Dialogue and Negotiation, l'ONG qui était en...
So, we don't get the biggest victory right now. The CDN, an NGO formed by working class Ambazonians who are in the diaspora, primarily, where they don't look the war where they go on. And no be people where they like politics, they no one involved in politics. Then decide to form this NGO. In the formation of this NGO, I was consulted, Lucas Asu was consulted, all Ambazonian activists that you know that are prominent were consulted. So we know how they started the NGO, and we know their capability. These are very wealthy Ambazonians, very influential people, some of them who work in one of the toppest 10 biggest firms in the world. So these are rich people who just want to see the end, this war come to an end in a just manner. Not just to stop the war, but in a just manner. And their intentions are very clear. It's out there for everybody to see. I'm going to give that a little bit in a while. So which way these people, they don't do accomplish them. Now the greatest accomplishment. Because the whole strategy for Paul Biya, it will be enough for present for the world. Whether not the Commonwealth and all the places the world and try for cry for present the plight of our people. The Cameroon government, their strategy, it will be enough for use enablers, people of different view, for sponsor them and for finance them, for facilitate their meeting with all these big organizations the way they suppose for get that moral obligation for stand up for help we for fight against this genocide. They bring the Frundis, the Abobalas, the church leaders, the imams, and all those leaders them and hierarchy them for inside Ambazonia, where the world they see them as personalities, where they speak on behalf of the people, their interests. They go bring them for these people, they go tell them, say they want them na federalism, they want all this type of issue, and their report cannot be ignored. So it has been very difficult for us to counter this negative impression given by these individuals. They have gone to Canada embassy, Canada parliament, they have gone to the United States senator. Everywhere we go, these people go there to give an alternative view. The Americans have said it, that it is confusing for them when they want help for them to look which way we want them. Thibaut Nagy, when he be active service, he said there are still some Camerooners in amongst us. So which way these people they don't do now for break that bondage, that chain we Paul Biya and put them around we by organizing this conference. For bring all the various different opinions them and various Southern Cameroon leaders and where they the champions different opinions them. Federalists, unionists, and all the like. This is not a secret. We don't hide it. We are transparent. Bring them together so that all the groups can speak out, and the group that wins will prevail. So it was not a gathering of people to support one faction or the other. But at the end of the day, the resolution speaks for itself. All those who are federalists there, they come to agree around a joint statement that recognizes the fact that the interests of the people lie in their aspiration to be separate. And the root cause being the failed decolonization of our territory. So they want the territory to be completely decolonized. They want to meet the aspiration of the people. That is the consensus of that retreat. This group, CDN, have been very crucial in diplomacy because we meet them in all the places we go. They have been invited in the United Nations Security Council. They helped push the truth about Paul Biya's crime to the Joe Biden administration that resulted to Joe Biden sanctioning Cameroon, putting Cameroon members of government in a no-fly list, sanctioning them already. We know that Paul Biya regime have been sanctioned. It is public. It's out there. Cameroon have been defeated. That's why we say Cameroon have been defeated. So Paul Biya is weakened. Paul Biya have no choice but to bow and allow the people to meet. He have no choice. He's under sanction, under immense pressure. Anyway, make we listen for what he talk, and I go address the specific things the way the boy he bring him for una. Muna know him for sure.
charge d'organiser cette rencontre. Alors, je vais commencer par faire la remarque que voici. Concernant ce retreat, comme cela a été désigné en anglais, je remarque simplement que les participants à cette réunion de Toronto, qui sont partis du Cameroun pour cette conférence, ont obtenu la caution du pouvoir de Yaoundé, qui n'a trouvé aucun inconvénient à ce que Maître Agborbala, par exemple, ou alors Révérend Fonki Samuel, qui est le président de la conférence épiscopale du Cameroun. C'est-à-dire que le pouvoir de Yaoundé n'a trouvé aucun inconvénient à ce que ces derniers puissent partir du Cameroun pour se retrouver au Canada avec des leaders ambazoniens que les soutiens du régime des Biya ont l'habitude de désigner comme étant des terroristes sécessionnistes. C'est-à-dire qu'on n'a pas entendu les mêmes cris d'orfraie lorsque Maître Agborbala et je ne sais pas, Esther Omam ou alors Révérend Fonki Samuel ont participé à une réunion à laquelle prenaient également part des leaders ambazoniens ou, si vous voulez, des terroristes sécessionnistes, comme aiment si bien les appeler les propagandistes du régime de M. Paul Biya. Non. Ça veut tout simplement dire que c'est le régime de pouvoir de Yaoundé qui est, à défaut d'être le sponsor, l'un des organisateurs.
I don't know if it is just foolishness or just a job of a paid agent for somebody to come up with these lies and blackmail. For those who know and hear Egyptian language, wait to wait this man, Mr. Biem, he talk. Now say, it wonder say why the people then go come up for ground zero. People then like Agborbala, people then like Esther Omam. We wanna know very well. Now why they organize protests for end war, for peace protests, end war. Say they don't understand why Mr. Paul Biya go allow these people meet and come so they can meet people the way the Cameroon government is called and say na terrorism. Say the fact say Cameroon government is allow these people, it mean na say na Cameroon government is organize that conference. Now they lie this way the boy they want them to talk. Why he not take this same logic, apply them for the other conference when Sako they be organize them for America? The same Oman way they talk Esther Omam, he be commander for ground zero. Abdul Karim, he be come up for ground zero. A whole host of them, they be come up for ground zero, they can attend that conference, then go back. If to say you go now by logic, why it no be conclude, say that Sako their conference where they be hold am for Philadelphia, na La Republique, it be sponsor am also. Now for tell na, say na just a blackmail person, no be person where get any logic, but na person where your own job, na for destroy thing where if you give we freedom. And I go prove for now why it come after this CDN. Because they know very well it's a pathway for Ambazonia, their freedom. Because finally, the war it don't hold Paul Biya for place where it hot. Paul Biya the one allow people to meet this conference it go on no be because he like them. The American government they don't sanction it. The Americans they be there for that conference. The UK they be there for that conference. They need to joke with Paul Biya if they under sanction. Anthony Blinken he don't announce the sanctioning of members of a parliament of a government without putting the names public. So this is the reason why these people are able to attend this conference. And remember, these individuals, they need to invite them for this conference like separatists or secessionists, whatever name you want to call them, or people ready to support this struggle. This conference or retreat, it be organized by this NGO, CDN, when a neutral partner They not there for nothing. Their owner say they want make people then negotiate instead for fight war. So now a neutral person in that invite the meeting come. For come as federalists, for come as unionists, for come present their case. Why they feel say now their own result be the best one. So that together when all the people they talk, say they speak on behalf of Southern Cameroon, they come together, then can make one decision, say that the thing they listen in one time. If it be in line with way the CDN believe, say if it help for resolve this crisis in a way our country go meet up our expectation them, then they go use them now for meet up the United Nations, for meet up other people them, so that they go fit intervene for push both sides where they fight me and come for negotiation table. Now the objective that. So why would Paul Biya not allow Abobala to go? Abobala is coming there as a federalist. The Ambazonian Governing Council is going there to represent separation, to go and make a speech there and convince them that the people want separation, so they should support what the people want. They need to go for them and say, make Abobala change, say, want a federation. But the one for convince them, may they accept, say, now wait to wait the people then one time it matter and will be succeed for do the resolution them, it be there for testify. So wait to wait this shit no white blast idiot. It talk. Say just because the people then come out for Cameroon, and for Ambazonia they can't attend conference, it mean now say na Paul Biya I organize that conference. Now complete lies. No be Paul Biya make the conference. The worst one way talk ma play make una here.
De cette rencontre de Toronto. C'est de cela qu'il est question. Et d'après des informations en ma possession, c'est la présidence de la République à travers le premier ministère qui a organisé cette rencontre qui s'est tenue à Toronto. Et le nom qui m'est revenu, c'est-à-dire que le nom qui m'a été transmis par mes sources d'information.
Source d'information. This guy just lied. We know how the money of this conference came about. We have asked them. You go to their website, they have put there, they have raised public funds. The United Nations, they apply for funds from the UK government, from Canada government, and a whole lot, host of governments and NGOs. The UN sponsored all the women participants. I don't know to what extent they sponsor the hotel and all those things, but the United Nations sponsor part of this bill. You have an NGO in America, which is a Christian organization that contributed huge sum of money because the governing council will not go to any organization without asking where is the funding coming from and where have you applied for funding. Cameroon government have not contributed any money. As a matter of fact, Cameroon is against this group. This boy is an outright liar. Liar paid agents by Sako, where they defeat you with information, may destroy the struggle. I will play on a video of this group itself. It just passed me for even because it's just so childish, it's so obvious for everybody to understand. Why would Cameroon support CDN? The organization where you go for United Nations Security Council, it talk me then sanction the Cameroon government. Why would Cameroon allow them to sponsor them? For your information, I bring the video, make una read, make una listen. Do one at the CDN, their presentation. Now the CDN, their presentation is
multilateral approach.
Do one at the CDN, their presentation for the United Nations Security Council. Their head, when now the British government now them be the head. They now their presentation this way it campaign, which way they want them. From this presentation, we feel know very well who these people then be where they organize this conference. So that make no Satan from hell, can deceive una and for put una confusion. When I listen very well for the presentation, this woman, now one of the leader them for inside the CDN, where it be successfully get the British people them for give it the access for address Security Council meeting where it happen during the time with coronavirus if it when I hear it way it talk I wanna think say how come Paul Biya if na full step he go begin pay person. Make you go for Security Council where Cameroon the fear Security Council. Cameroon government then talk say they no want me Security Council even talk about this issue. Say this issue now a domestic matter. Why they go for go pay person me go begin fight them? Now just complete lie. This one are individual people the way they do a great job, and not only poor they fight them.
Preventing armed conflicts or the de-escalation of conflicts through preventive diplomacy, mediation, and negotiations should be universally encouraged as an effective and sustained mechanism to addressing the root causes of armed conflicts across the globe. As you all know, an armed conflict erupted in Cameroon in 2017 between the government of Cameroon security forces and armed separatist fighters in former British Southern Cameroons, today termed Anglophone Cameroons, which are currently the Northwest and Southwest regions.
So when I hear where the woman they talk, it terminology, it bring out the truth. Truth where the Cameroon government it deny them over TV and in public. Cameroon government it talk say our place they call an anoso. They deny that word say will not be even Southern Cameroon, not be even that British Southern Cameroon, but they come present about the Security Council. Me they understand. Say we are talking about former British Southern Cameroon here, that they are calling it the Anglophone regions. We right now they consider them like the Northwest and Southwest. So they put them for the proper perspective.
And the British Southern Cameroons are seeking to restore what used to be called British Southern Cameroons before joining the Republic of Cameroon.
So when I hear the language where the CDN use them for the Security Council, they put the right, they are speaking the truth of the root cause and the aspiration of our people. They tell the war and the Security Council. Say the British Southern Cameroon where they know and when a legal entity and they recognize them for United Nations. Say not them. The one for restore back their statehood. This now the truth way Cameroon government it fight them again, it fight them for all the media, the French government it lobby all the media, made them hide this truth. So there is no chance say Cameroon government go fight themselves or pay person where they fight them this way. So when this boy here and Sako and Bo Herbert they come for talk for the people them say the CDN they work for La Republique, it be obvious say they lie una. It be obvious say the CDN they work against La Republique as if you talk them, even though they be neutral because the truth is against the person who is lying. It be very clear say not only La Republique no one these people them me them succeed. And any man where it come say they criticize CDN or try to give misinformation for CDN, we now be very careful with those people. They are likely La Republique du Cameroon or they are dangerous people to the safety of every Southern Cameroonian. We now hear.
So far, we've had over 10,000 deaths. This is an underreported number. Over 10,000 deaths, imprisonment, incarceration, and various human rights abuses in Cameroon. We've had over 400 villages burned down, over 900,000 internally displaced, over 70,000 refugees in Nigeria.
So this na figure the way Cameroon government it suppress them. Even the French government through their international partners for their media them it suppress them. The French government they push the idea say now only 3,000 people that don't die. When they hear the CDN they talk the truth. For the CDN they don't recognize say now over 10,000 people that don't die and they talk say actually be lower. Their number actually be lower. The Ambazonia Governing Council a position now say now close to 30,000 of our people that don't die. They talk about 90,000, 900,000 people them eternally displaced. For put this crisis in an emergency way it be for the international community for react. Any person where they talk this truth, na person where La Republique go and kill them. Any man where they go against CDN, na person where they work na for interest of La Republique. Make una know very well. This is the truth. This is the truth. Una listen.
And over 1 million children who haven't been to school for more than 3 years now. In 2020, the UK provided a sum total of $20 million in humanitarian assistance, 6 million in September alone. In December this year, during the Security Council meeting, Ambassador Dame Barbara Woodward, during the UNOCA presentation in the Security Council last December, Ambassador Dame Barbara stressed the need for an inclusive dialogue to meet the demands of the Southern Cameroonians.
So the objective where they push them now for when the only way where they believe say this war if it end now for meet the demand of the Southern Cameroonians. I want to know very well the demand of the Southern Cameroonians: separation and independence. They show for the war say the British government it has spent over 8 million for begin feed people them because of this crisis. So it not be sustainable for begin spend those amount of money every year while if you resolve the crisis. So now the case is where the CDN it make up. No be for back for place where it matter. They fight now against La République du Cameroun. They fight now for justice.
Amidst the numerous violations of international human rights against civilians and unhindered access to humanitarian assistance, she also joined other countries while echoing the interest of the UK government to peace in these two regions. She also joined other countries to state their unequivocal support in seeking negotiations through mediation to address the root causes as the only durable mechanism to restore peace. So why did we call this webinar? As a prelude to this webinar, the coalition hosted a 3-day international conference in November last year, bringing together over 1,000 Southern Cameroonian professionals across the globe, more than 200 diplomats, members of parliament, peace, mediation, and conflict resolution experts from around the world. The overwhelming majority of participants agreed to the following. International human rights violations have been committed by both parties, and the government of Cameroon has not demonstrated transparency and accountability in investigating and holding to account all the perpetrators. This needs to be done.
So basically, it calls the international community investigate war crimes with Paul Biya Biya commit them by stating clearly there have been human rights violations on both sides, and the Cameroon government have failed through their charade judicial system to show that they can bring to justice perpetrator of human rights crimes, crimes against humanity and war crimes. So basically, it calls they can investigate Paul Biya crime. What chances are there, say somebody like this, an organization like this, where represent them, it work for La République? No, they are working against La République. And everybody where it gets sound mind, where be reasonable, need to appreciate and understand this. So for anybody like Sako and MICHEL Biem Tong, for the fight against an initiative like this, for the try for use lies and fabrication of information, for defame and distort the public opinion about an organization like this, if it be only for serve one purpose, the purpose of La République du Cameroun, they don't mortgage their responsibility for fight against Amazonian freedom, for Sako, Biem Tong, Caroline, the other one they call Clovis na Chop. Now all na from Bawa people, all the na come no go, then they the same like Ellie Smith. They don't give them that responsibility for fight against sin way if you give with the real freedom. As soon as they say, I play the video, me gonna see it up to the end.
There needs to be access to humanitarian assistance and security of aid workers assured. Over 10 million Anglophone Cameroonians will be in need of humanitarian assistance this year. This number is expected to increase as the armed conflict continues. There was universal agreement that diplomats, MPs, experts acknowledge there will be no military solution to the conflict, calling the international community to force parties to negotiate and provide mediation for such negotiations to occur. Participants believe the United Nations Security Council, and particularly the United Kingdom and now Ireland, based on colonial and historical ties with the affected area, must play an active role in pushing for mediation, for mediated negotiations and pressuring the Cameroon government to engage in negotiations.
So, unadan year, uruna year, they call on the international community for use all way to wait and get them for pressure Cameroon government, meaning come for negotiate, for make and clear for Cameroon government say there is no military victory as the Cameroon government want them. They are clearly standing for justice, standing for humanity, standing for sanity, for ask the international community for do the right thing. They go for multinational approach, something where Cameroon no go ever agree, because we all know say na Cameroon be at the wrong. Their own citizens them, they confess say Cameroon be at the wrong. The laws they confess say Cameroon be at the wrong. So why will anybody think that the CDN do work for La Republique? Now only person when a lie man, where they no get no credibility. The same person in the talk say because people then come up for ground zero, they can't attend conference. It means na Pobia authorize them. What about Abdul Karim, where they publicly stand, say they support Nasako, say they support independence, but they even dress with clothes that look like Ambazonia clothes. They levy me travel anyhow in and out, make live video on the ground, visit prisoner, then come out the campaign. So, according to their standard, Abdul Karim, they work for La Republique, because La Republique will only allow person where they work for their interest, according to what they talk. So, judging from that their standard, when I see say these people them, they don't get nothing for offer. And as we here, every time this boy be come up, they talk about a call, say he get a relationship with Ayabacho, we don't know who say he come out that story. He never ever provide any evidence for our population. Dr. Cho Ayaba no even know about that Eko and Mr. Bankwe where they sing them every day online. He the year to only had the year. So the audio they don't come out for sure say this boy MICHEL Biem Tong is actually work with Cameroon Secret Service. So now anyway, now who don't come up for can defend the boy? Nobody other than Ebenezer Akwanga. And he come they try to denigrate even the forces the way they fight for free our people. Now a video way I must bring them for now attention, make I waste my time for give you some small relevant by presenting for now way to Ebenezer Akwanga the talk.